African arts is functional. It serves a purpose. It is not a dormant. It's not a means to collect the largest cheering section. It should be healing, a source, a joy, spreading positive vibrations. My guest today is a total wrap, a box full of unending goodies for mankind, for Nigerians and beyond. She is one person that her name will not be missing out on golden books of Nigeria. In fact, our Nigerians' history around arts, designs would not be complete if her name is not there. That's how much she means to all of us, especially in the art industry. And she has single-handedly taken Nigerian adire, Nigerian batik, Nigerian beats, and stamped them all permanently in the global map. Everyone recognizes us for that. I'm sure you're guessing. You're not just guessing. I'm sure you know who my guest today is. A lot of people know her as a lot of things, but some people will call her Nike 277. Some will call her Nike Olani. Some will call her Mommy Arts. I just choose to call her the names she has acquired over time. She has acquired a doctorate degree on herself, and so I'll add it to her title, Chief Dr. Nike Davis Okundaye. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you.
It's always a delight. Somehow, when my spirit is low, whenever I see you, there's this, blessing you radiate. It touches my spirit, and I feel real good about it. Let me say thank you again for it.
Thank you.
You are a household name.
Thank you.
In fact, once you type Nike on the Google map, your full name come up. You don't need to ask which of them. That's how much you've helped Nigerians. That's how much you've placed us in the global map. But I know that somewhere in Ogidi land, in Kogi State, with your grandmother, that's where this all started. Yes. But then a lot of people will start and then they stop somewhere. How did you pick it up? You refused to give up.
Well, first of all, I have to thank you, people who have been supporting me all the way through. My great-grandmother is an artist. I'm a fifth generation textile artist from my own family. So when I was 6, I lost my mother. When I was 7, I lost my grandmother. My great-grandmother is also a weaver, is a dire maker, is a dyer. And then she said, okay, let me be teaching you at the age of 6. So I started learning the adire from her. So I thought she was punishing me. Oh. So by the time I started school, no money for school fees. Oh. So he now said, okay, what I'm going to do, we teach you this. Tomorrow you can become a adire maker. So you will live some days that I will be doing adire, that I will not go to school. And little by little, I was able to pay for my school fees through what is teaching me. So every 5 days, we finish one adire. Then we take it to go and sell. The same thing with the hand woven. They call it peleke. Women's loom. Okay. So in those days, you know Elewan. Elewan is the people in jail. They use the hand woven to make their cloth. Okay. And that cloth is woven by women. 5 pieces.
Okay.
So the women in Kogi people, they will weave it. Then these people will come, who are working for government, they will come and buy it and now show it. So 3 for shirt and 2 for knicker. So that is how every 5 days, everybody is rushing to finish 5 pieces.
So that you sell it out.
So we can sell it.
You know, with time, the technology moved. And I also know that for a lot of people who are even very vastly educated, they are struggling to catch up with technology. But you just mixed, and you made a whole lot happen for you. How did you not lose that spice to move on?
Well, when they say somebody is born into poverty, you know there is 2 poverty. There is poverty that you cause by yourself, but this one is real poverty, no means of other way for me to survive. So I have to just have a focus and say, I'm going to make it with this work, and I will continue to focus on it. So that is how I was privileged. My breakthrough was going to America in 1974. They picked 10 from Africa, no single woman. So they now say, is there no woman in Africa? So they said, yes, the women are doing craft. They said they don't care. If they are doing craft, they need one woman. So they cannot find any woman. Even like the Kwali, they said it's a craft woman. So what they do, they go to a museum. There is some of these people who come to Nigeria in the 1967. So they come to Nigeria working at the museum. So when they see craft people, they will buy some work. Sometimes they will say, can we help you to sell it? So they were helping me to sell my work, $1, $2 at the Museum of Natural History. And that is how they find my work. And this year, Anthony Blinken come to Nigeria to see 50 years ago. They sent us 10 from Africa. 3 of the people from Nigeria has died, remaining 3 of us. Oh. So he come to honor us, and they give us the biggest award from US.
That's beautiful. So they did not only just train you, they are keeping in touch with you to be sure you're doing well. And I'm sure he doesn't even need to come because your name is everywhere. I mean, you're teaching design and crafting in America.
Yes.
So how did you start that?
Okay, after we finished that teaching in the US in '74, they said, if we do good, we will be the first African artist to get a grant to travel around the 50 states. So we finished, and I was working day and night. I was pregnant. And then they said, so I now see that the women's loom that I'm teaching, men are coming to learn it. Then I said, is it not a taboo for a man to learn women's loom? They said, no. What a man is doing here, a woman can do the same thing. I said, okay. When I come back from US, I now went to learn men's loom. And that is how I said, okay, if a man can learn women's loom in America, so I now dip into the men's work more than before. And then they always use police to arrest me.
Oh,
they will say, this woman is always doing what the men are doing. So when I started the center, they said, Adire is a family work. You cannot teach other people. Then I said, in Kano, there is indigo. In Cross River, there is Nsigbede. So this is a certain cloth in the Igbo land. They use it for ceremonial, even though you are not allowed to, unless they want to use it. But the Adire from Kano, the woman will do the tie-dye, the men will go and dye it. So the indigo pit has been there. So then in Osogbo, which we call the home of indigo, so if you are not a family of Adire maker, you are not allowed to do Adire by then. So when I started, and they said, he's putting the American feminist. Anyway, in a short story, after I come back with my first husband, I trained the other wife that if this work can carry me to America, it can also carry you. That is how we become family. We now call ourselves sisters. And when I see that it's bringing money, I say, okay, let me go to the garage. People who are less privileged like me, let me train them. So that one is working. Then later on, they say, we don't want the natural indigo. And we cannot afford to buy the imported dye. So I continue to use the natural indigo. And Oyibo will come. That is the one they want.
The natural one is the one they want.
Okay. Guinea corn. We have some wine color from Guinea corn, purple onion skin from Sokoto. All this, we get some good wine, cactus. So then even the grain weed, we get some good grain. Then we get this indigo, it's called Elu. It grows all over. They were exporting it from the northern Nigeria here. So I continue to grow that indigo, and now the embassy really accept it, and they continue to say, we want the natural, and people are going back into the earth. You take something from the earth without chemical, then you put it back into the earth without chemical, because we are using the skin of the ashes from the cocoa pod to outline the indigo. Then the thread we are using it grows on arere tree. That is the silkworm thread. And this thread, the thread is called owu ekuku. So people will pay more money for silk thread more than the cotton you grow.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. I know a lot of cotton is grown by the
Yes.
Kogi people.
Yes.
They actually grow a lot of
Yes.
cotton.
And the northern Nigeria here, they grow a lot of cotton.
Cotton too?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And that
good.
is why we don't feel hot when we wear our 100% cotton.
Exactly, exactly, which is good for our, weather
Yes,
here. Very
our
tropical.
weather is very hot. So
I want to shout that this is the second part of your gallery.
Yes.
And I entered here, I just was like, wow, wow. I even tried to do a video. I was like, wow, wow. I recall, sometime in, was it 2013 or 14, when you mentioned the opening of this place.
Yes.
I remember that very well. And I didn't follow you at the time, but eventually I came. Then this section wasn't on.
No.
And I was amazed because you were training young girls.
Yes.
And I asked you, are they related to you? You said no. And I was really touched. And at the moment, still counting, I'm told that you've trained over 7,000 girls.
More than that.
More than that? Wow. What do you teach them, including music? Because I know your family also has music going
Yes.
for it.
We teach them how to dance. We teach them how to drum. We also taught them how to do the painting. Beside the painting now that we have recycle, we are training them how to do recycle. You will see the biggest elephant in Africa. It's outside there. From tire of motorcycle.
Are you serious?
Yes, it's outside.
I saw it.
So then we are training them in different aspects. This is all from recycle. People who cannot afford to buy Cora, they will wear this. So all these are from recycle, from turning trash to treasure. So we are training them how to model the dresses they make by themselves. We are training them how to have personal hygiene.
I saw a little girl with a beautiful beaded this thing, and then she said it's from mommy.
Yes. So we are training them how to model the dresses and how to sell their work. When they live here, when
As
they
the
finish,
business side of it?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So we bring them to Lagos. Then we take people from here to take to Lagos to know how to market in a big city. And then the people from the village, the rural people, we bring them here too. Then when I'm bringing the weavers, we are going to have 40 women here who will be doing master class for people, just weaving alone. That is my next section. Because our handwoven is coming into fashion. And many of the handwoven is done by women. But people don't know. They always just say, Asho Ofi, Asho Oke. Actually, it's woven on the loom. And Nigeria have Akwete. From the eastern Nigeria, then they have Kijipa, they have Ojuton Soro, Yiyo Lunyo, Koforu, Asewoto Lomeka, Yotomilawa. So, Shine Bobo. So when they use
Shine Bobo?
the cloth that is with Lorex, you know, some of this woven, they weave it with Lorex, so they call it
I saw one that is very shiny, just hanging by there. Is that part of a shine
yes,
Bobo?
Yes.
Okay, that's nice. And the beautiful one you're wearing, I've been trying to find out if you combine two fabrics,
no,
or
one.
But you have done it so well that so, I'm actually very confused with what you're wearing.
I put another one on top, on the bottom, to make it like another. So when we are using hand to bead the cloth, people are buying it. So now people want to wear Ojuton Soro.
This one is Ojuton Soro.
Anyone with the gold shiny is called Ojuton Soro.
Okay,
so we now decide to go with the people. So we give them something new. After 2 or 3 years, they change. Then we change to what they will be buying as well.
That's a good one.
Thank
you. I know that a lot of people are talking about you even outside the country, but how much of your products are they accepting, using outside Nigeria?
Oh, well, I will say they are using mostly the museum. If you go to Momo Museum, my work is there. Then the Smithsonian Museum of African Art, I went to tell them that we haven't been having more women in the show. So they did an exhibition for women from 54 countries. So we have 10 Nigerian female and then 7 from other countries. So Nigeria is always there. So 2 of my work is in that show. Then we have some of the museum in UK who have my patchwork. I put some patchwork up there to see the level we have taken at the retro. So adire that is wall hanging, we call alaworan, but we also have to follow the wall. So they just did a big exhibition in Houston, Texas, 50 years of patchwork.
Wow.
And luckily, myself and one of my students were in the show. So we were happy that Nigeria can join. The first time Africa will be in that show.
Wow, that's lovely. That's lovely. I must say congratulations again.
Thank you.
You know, in all of this, I met you more than 10 years back.
More than 50.
Yeah. And it's like every day I see you, you're looking younger. You're aging backwards. You know, your skin is radiating. I'd like to know, how do you care for yourself with all the job you're doing?
Well, you know, I divide myself into three, my time. One for my family, one for my work, and one for my center. So what I do in the morning, up till now, I have to wake up 5 o'clock to cook for my husband.
Wow.
And he doesn't eat any food from outside. So that one, then the other one, when I'm working, I have to take time to make sure I put some money back into my work. Then my students, I have to give them time. I want to see them happy around me. So I want them to look at me and say, if this woman can make this, I can do better. So I'm always happy. I think the art is the one that is keeping me. I said I'm growing. I'm growing. This year I turned 73. Then I was telling them, they said, you are getting old. I said, no, I'm growing. We are growing.
Yes, we're growing together. That's a good one. But do you still dance?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's good.
Yes. I have dancing lesson in Osogbo with the talking drummer, because the drum will tell you what to do with your leg. So we have the center for that one in Osogbo. That's
a good one. I was thinking that as you get older, you say, okay, let me drop it a bit. But perhaps that's the secret to you looking fresh every day, you know, because when you are energetic, it has a way of rejuvenating you. Now, I would like to know, your children, are they into this business?
Yes, I have 6 children, 2 boys and 4 girls. All of them are artists. In fact, sometime when the other old gallery there, we opened it in '96, and when my daughter said that it's going down, so he will come. Before we even met Rufai, who really supported us a lot, and he said, if this thing can bring food for the people, that people should be bringing their children, and then I'm training free of charge. I have 4 training centers in Osogbo. I have 150 students every 3 months. Then the one here,
and 85. And they're all being trained free?
Free of charge.
What
and
about
I give them accommodation.
How the materials you use? Because I know
it's local. We are getting
I mean,
local.
It's local, but it's not free.
No, but all the thing I do, when I train you, you have to also work hard. Any money you make from your first product, you are going to keep it back into your work. And I always tell them, you don't buy what you don't need. So you have to working hard to put your money back into your product. So now they know that one, that they don't use their money to go and buy a telephone. Because some of the people, immediately they get $200. Oh, the first thing is to buy a telephone.
And they want to buy the big ones.
They want to buy the big one. Me, I use Nokia, which is by then it's 3,000. I use it for almost 15 years before I change.
It didn't pack up?
No. If it falls inside water, you will take it. I only need it just to receive call and make call. So then I bought the one that is more WhatsApp to my people who help me to reply my message. Yes, yes.
Some say learning is fun, but as a mom, I see how demanding it can be for my child. That's why I ensure he starts every day with a cup of Bonvita. Bonvita, prepare them to win every day.
In Torino alone, they have 5,000 Nigerian prostitutes. Then the government of Italy invited me and said, they know Nigerian women are hardworking. They don't work with their body, they work with their hand. They want me to come and train them. So I was there, I put some of my students there. It's a project of 6 years, and we managed to change 3,000 of them from prostitution to now having their own business. So the Caritas, the Shiva, and the Intercultural, they gave me the highest award. I was so happy. The award is in Lagos. Whenever people come from Italy and they see, they will say, how do you get this from our president? Even their president said they should give it to me in my own country. So the ambassador, by then they invite El Rufai and Obasanjo, then they send somebody to be there when they want to give me the award in Abuja here.
That's beautiful. But I'm wondering, when you are trying to do this, do you get resistance from the young girls you're trying to help? Because I know some people will say, no, leave me.
Oh, no, some of them actually, they want to learn, but they don't have opportunity because the parent will say, you cannot make money from this. So I always refer them to see Njidika Akunyele Cosby. Her first work go for $1.2 million. The second one go for 2.4. The third one, $3.4 million. If anybody just Google Njidika Akunyele, I said the mother supported her. And that is why she's up there. She's #1 selling African artist now. So some of the children, we try to train them, monitor them, make sure the time they don't spend with their parents, we spend it with them, and we get some people to make sure they mentor them in a good way so they don't become somebody who is looking for money, who does not want to work. So we train them personal hygiene to make sure when they go out for marketing, they are, people can see them. Yes.
You teach skills and you also teach personal hygiene. That's lovely. Now, you know, when I look at you, you are arts personified. Just looking at you. And your gele, I've tried to replicate it. It's not working. It's just you. You designed them yourself.
I said yes, I normally design the gele, but the Meristem now saw the gele. They now say, oh, can you do advertisement of gele for us? I said, why not? So Nigeria have the biggest gele now. It's 42 meters. When they want to give me an award, they put 100 name. That is doctorate degree in South Africa. 100 name in 54 countries, and my name come #1. So they were now saying, oh, we give this woman this award. She has been coming to Cape Town, Zimbabwe to teach. But this gele is 22 meters. I said, no, it's 48 meters. That is the storm. So the first one is 4 meters. So that is generation. Myself, my daughter, my grandchildren. So then the second one is you don't die with your wealth. You have to pass your wealth to the young generation. Then the biggest one, which is the storm, we were using it to talk to people that Nigeria stand. Whatever happened, Nigeria is standing. Can we? Because we are the giant of Africa. So that gele represents that one, and also it represents the Meristem too.
That's beautiful. Now, I know that you represent a whole lot when it comes to, impacting, mentoring, giving back to the society. But that's me thinking, on your own part, what would you like the world to see you as, your philosophy, all-inclusive?
Yes, yesterday they were asking me, the UN, I said I want them to see me as Mama Adire. Our indigenous textile is dying off. And the only way to continue to make sure this generation to generation, the cloth is passed on to them, because the closest thing to your skin is your fabric. And Nigeria have so many, but the proper name for our blue indigo is called Adi, Are, Adire. I said I want them to know me as Mama Adire.
Okay, I'm adding that to your name, Mama Adire. Thank you so much. When you want to relax, what do you do? I'm confused. I
just see myself whenever I want to relax. Maybe I'm doing embroidery. I'm always doing something, because I say, "Ojo cool, ojo is in me." When you die is when you rest. So that is exercise, and that is what keeps me alive. I'm always working, doing something, thinking of something new to create. And you see behind you we have the root, which is our root is our name. That is another artist from, yes, that artist is from Delta, and he was our artist in residence. He's here. to show people what you can do with the root. So all these are the new thing we are creating now, beside the one we call Kwangolo. We are trying to put the different part of Nigeria into the art. We are even using it to talk. So the artist who won first prize 2003 in Florence, the painting is saying, don't look away. But they want Nigeria to have Nigerians, something to talk about Africa and something to talk about overseas. So the writing is overseas, but the man inside is an African wearing a hat.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you.
I wish I can just keep even if I'm not asking questions, just looking at you, it's like I'm looking at beautiful artwork.
Thank you.
And it makes me really happy.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure to be with you, and I keep learning. We've been talking with Mama Nike, and she wants us to recognize her from now to eternity as Mama Adire. We also know her as Nike Twin 77 and a whole lot of other things. I just know her as one woman who's made women proud, one woman who's made Nigeria very proud, one woman who's stamped our names on the global space. And we say thank you to her, and then tell you again that the show is The Woman. My name is Elizabeth. I'll be with you again next week for another exciting package. I can't wait. Don't go away.